So, good day to each and every one of you. So, my name is Engine Cadet Gio ALEXIS, and I was chosen as the representative for Group 4 to simulate about the uncontrollable fire scenario in Kongsberg simulation. Okay, so let's extend this one first. Okay, there. So, to start the simulation, we will press F1 as usual. Okay, so when the simulator is starting, first of all, is we need to click ECR standby. First with the bridge, after which we go to the main engine control. After that, we need to decrease it by dead slow, which is 20. Dead slow 20. Okay, so we have already pre-warning. So let's go here. Okay, so it is already pre-warning, so we can go to the seawater system. We can turn on the fire pumps in preparation. Let's go back there. So we have several detectors, compressor, and sludge incinerator. So we have fire. So first we open the section one because see, section one is compressor, air, sludge, incinerator. So we can just, and we have oil file boiler, exhaust gas boiler, DG1 and DG2, which is 5, 6, 7, 8. Or you can also turn on all of the section ones. It's okay. It is just the same. So do not mind all the alarms. Do not mind all the alarms. Okay, so we have already fire. So we go to sound off. So we can go to the panel directory. We have the emergency operating panel. We can close the ventilation first. We need to close the ventilation because it shuts the ventilation. So we go back. So we have C released. Now, also electric power plant. So as you can see, the DG number 2 is not running. So we will make this run. So how can we make it run? First of all, is we need to go to remote. I mean local control, file directory. We go to generator control, and there, see that. And after which is we can start it already. So it's starting now. Okay. Okay. So electric power plant there. We go to DG2, and if it's ready, you connect it. Don't mind the alarms because it will always alarm. Okay, so now it is connected. We'll go to the fire protection panel. See, you have pre-warning already. Okay, there. So now, stop engine. We can stop the engine. Let's go to the file directory, the auto shift bridge control. We go to 0 and the main engine control stop to 0. So now we have here AMD114. So we have pre-warning several detectors. Okay. Now we can proceed to, we have fire already. We have detector 1, which is fuel separators. We have number 2, section 2. Okay. So now we can go to the starters. So the areas wherein there is fire, we need to disconnect the circuit breaker. So we have the start air compressor 1, start air compressor 2, and the service air compressor. For the feeders, we have the incineration plant. We disconnect it. And for the emergency switchboard, we have the bilge, water pumps, and separator. So there. Silence the alarm. So we already have that. So let's go back to our production panel. We have fire detector, oil filled boiler. Again, you can turn on all the sections just to make sure that there is no fire in any of the sections. Okay. When there is no more fire alarm here, we can proceed to the next step. Okay, so there's no more fire alarm there. So we can go to the panel directory, the CO2 release panel. So to open it, we need to open door, CO2 release. Okay, it's releasing CO2 na to combat. So we are done with the slowdown of the vessel, the water mist, the pumps, the activation of the generator. Okay, so let's wait for a couple of more minutes. Let's go to our electric power plant. So there is still what you call this, electricity running throughout the system. Okay, our DG2 is running. It is still water misting. There we go. Okay, so let's go back urban electric system. So because we shut it down, all of the fans will shut down. Okay, off. Let's go to Farmers. Okay. With the engine room control call for release of CO2. So we did that already. We already released the CO2. Okay, so since it is already there, now no more fire alarm. Silence again, silence. We can go to the operating panel. OC. So when after which we can go to the operating panel. So we stop the DOFOL Luvo pumps, shut off DG1, DG2, and also the main engine, and close the quick closing fuel valves. So we need to do this so that to have the score in the simulator. So as you can see in the electric power plant, the emergency generator is connected. So therefore, we have already power for our fire pump. So after which, that's that. It's a process. We need to be fast because um we are fire. There is fire in the engine room. So we go to the fire panel there. And after which, it's just watch keeping. And when you think that the fire is no longer coming back, then it is the time for you to close the simulator. So in my case, I'm gonna wait for a couple or more minutes until 10 minutes so that um, we can see that there is no more fire already. You need to be fast in this simulation because if not, there's a case that the fire will keep on spreading. So we have the alarms here again. So we have many alarms here, there, but here, okay, we have functionality. Okay, so 2 more minutes, and see, because there's a pre warning. So after which we can close the CO2. There's no fire alarm, but there's a CO2 alarm. We can close it. See, we can close the door. And after which, just go back to the protection panel and let's just wait for 10 minutes. So we can reset it. There's no fire alarm here. Boiler chip indication. Main bus voltage. Okay. So we have a pre-warning here, but pre-warning is what you call this pre-warning. Okay, so we can turn on the section 1 there and reset. Okay, so as long as there's no more fire alarm, there's no more fire, you can already end the simulation. So let's see our score. Press F3 and exit the simulation. Okay, so we have, okay, so there, we have 100%. Okay, so that is all for the group 4 presentation on the uncontrollable fire. Thank you and God bless.